friends, and welcome to today's video where we're going to talk about Jacob's Kindle. Now, the reason we're doing this has some backstory, okay? So, for those who don't know, I just posted a really long video. It was the history of the BOYZ, and it was literally the funnest video I've ever made in my life. But as part of that, I decided to review every single The BOYZ SoundCloud song with the exception of this album, and I promised myself that if that video did well, I would do this album, and that video did very well. So here we are. Cool, now that you have that context, just to go over things are going to work. I'm going to run through the track list, give you my thoughts on each song, and then give the album a score out of 10 at the end. But a disclaimer before we actually start, everything I say in this video is just my opinion. You do not have to agree with my opinion. Music is subjective, and that is great. Alright, cool. Let's get started. First up, we have the song With You. Now, I have said before that if you want to give me a love song, that is fine. But you have to make me feel something, and I felt nothing for this song. Like, I literally did not feel a single thing, which isn't ideal. Like, it's not a bad song, don't get me wrong, but, like, it's not giving anything. And combined with the fact that it is just a kind of boring love song, just as a whole, not the biggest fan. Next, Happy. Now, this song, I will not deny, I had some feelings listening to her. Not like a ton of feelings. I was not even like remotely crying. We are far from like truly bawling my eyes out level feelings, but like I felt some things, if you know what I mean. Feelings aside though, this song, I thought it was pretty good. It's very chill, very soothing. I personally really liked it. Next up is Where Are You Now? And I have a confession to make. These lyrics kind of killed me. Now, I haven't brought it up, but please know that it is true for like every song on this album. They all have some pretty cringy lyrics. Like, no shade to Jacob. I'm sure he's doing his best, but like, all the songs have some lyrics that I'm just like, I think you could have done that a little bit better. But like this song especially, they seemed a little bit extra cringy. They weren't bad at all. Like there are songs that I listen to where I'm like, these lyrics are terrible and they make me want to commit homicide. We are nowhere near that level as of right now. But like, this definitely had the worst lyricism on this album, if I do say so. Like, I'm not a songwriter, but like, that's just my personal opinion on it. As for the song itself, though, I thought it was fine. It's definitely on the more boring side, if you ask me, but there are moods I could see myself being in where I would be really feeling this song, so, like, it's not a total loss. Next, our only collab on this album, which is Melatonin, which features Eric from The BOYZ. And now, I don't know what I was expecting from an Eric Jacob collab. It definitely wasn't this, though, and I was pleasantly surprised. First of all, I'm weak for a nice guitar. The guitar here, very nice, very much weak for it. I enjoyed her. Plus, the song itself, very chill. I was feeling it. The one thing, though, that I do feel the specific need to point out, Eric's rap made me die of laughter. Like, Eric, God bless the boy. We support Eric in this house, but, like, his rap here definitely was unintentionally hilarious. Like, I could very easily see him, like, writing this rap with Jacob being like, oh yeah, like, this is the shit. And then, like, he does it, and I sit here over a year later being like, this is absolutely hilarious. Like, again, it's not bad. It's just, this boy amuses me when he doesn't try to, and I just love that. Moving on, last but not least, we have Birdcage. Now, I actually don't have a lot to say about this song, because a lot of what I would say applies to the album in general, so we will talk about that in a moment when I discuss my score. But this song, the lyricism could have been better. The song itself is fine. It kind of just sounds like a song, though, and blends in with everything else on the album. Anyway, overall, I'm giving this album a 7.9 out of 10. Hear me out. I like Jacob. Jacob is my favorite member of the BOYZ. I very much appreciate Mr. Jacob Bay. But this album, pretty much every song needed its lyrics proofread by someone. For the most part, someone who speaks fluent English, because most of the album is in English. I can very much see it having been proofread by someone who speaks, like, ish English, if you know what I mean, and then them being like, yeah, this makes sense. And no one who's, like, an actual fluent English speaker looked it over and was like, bestie, don't say this. It sounds weird. Because, like, a lot of the lyricism could have been better. Again, I am not a songwriter. So, like, do not think that I am coming with that just from the point of view of, like, I could have done better. I could not have done better, but, like, I can still expect better. Like, for example, if you see a shitty movie, you're gonna sit there and be like, this is a shitty movie, even if you couldn't have made a better movie. Like, this album, it's not a shitty album, but, like, the lyricism could have been better, even if I couldn't do it better myself. I hope that all made sense. Another key issue that I actually did really have with this album, pretty much all the songs other than Melatonin very much sound the same. Like, they all really blend together very quickly. The first three especially, like, I did not notice really when one song ended and the next one began if I didn't have, like, the lyrics up in front of me while I was listening to it. There is a very real chance I wouldn't have noticed, just because they all sound very similar, and I didn't really love that. However, all of that being said, none of these songs are bad, like, not even remotely bad. They're all pretty good, and I'll take what I can get. So yeah, 7.9 out of 10. Anyway, that is all I have for you today. Thank you so much for watching. Feel free to comment your own thoughts on this album down below. Let me know what your favorite song is. You can also like and subscribe if you want to, or don't. I will be okay either way. Also, if you want to hear more from me, you can follow me on Twitter at @s_album reviews. I'll link that in the description, along with some other The BOYZ reviews that I've done and my big history of The BOYZ. I would highly recommend it. It was very fun to make. But yeah, thank you again for watching. Bye!